All right. Good morning, chat. Taking a little break from Long Dark today. Instead, doing a little Sunday Funday streaming just other games I like, starting with Rogue Legacy 2. It's a roguelike, came out a few years ago. It's not incredibly popular, but I think it's a lot of fun. And it's another game where if you know, once you've played and you know some of the core mechanics and where things are, just like in the Long Dark, you can suddenly just, the game is just different as you go. So I'm going to start a new legacy here. I'm just kind of do a playthrough of the game. It has, I don't know, I think it's a sort of a action platformy sort of thing, procedurally generated levels every time, different enemies, lots of variety of obstacles you can encounter, and of course the roguelite meta progression part. But one of the interesting parts is there's like a really crazy deep story that is a lot of riffs on like Bible characters in a lot of ways. So you're gonna see, you know, names like Lamech and Enoch in this a lot. But it's like not necessarily a Bible story. You'll see as we go through the game, sort of the premise of that. As you part of the game is discovering the story too, as you'll see. So starting off here, a new legacy. You don't have any abilities unlocked, which is gonna maybe at sometimes I'm gonna look like a complete idiot because like normally you have a dash and a double jump and you can like kick off of things in order to like move about the levels. All right, so here the premise is you're gonna sign this contract and then all of your children have this contract too. Sort of soul bargain for your whole lineage, I guess. Oh, if you click it, fast forwards. Riding on a boat with Karen. He'll come back eventually. This is a little tutorial we're gonna have. Alright, so I have my thumb mouse button set to jump. If you think that's weird, it's because you need to both jump and kick completely separately. And by default, like space being jump does not work for me. So, right here's Unknown Journal 1. This is how the story's told, is through finding these tables with journals. And the mechanics are sort of set up. This tutorial level, you have to find them in order. We don't have to find them at all. I didn't have to jump over here. But the idea is once you're like in the game, whenever you find a journal table, it'll give you the next one you don't have. So the levels are procedurally generated, as you'll see eventually. So it's not like you can say, oh, this is where this is, except for the very opening level. So somebody and his man's across the waters undiscovered. A few guards patrolled the west walls, but we were able to remove them without raising a signal. Sundown will start ascending the wall. Provisions should be waiting for us at the top. Signed by Jay. I'll be honest, I have gotten through to like New Game Plus on this. I've found all the journals twice. And I also am not really 100% certain on things like who the heck is Jay really. Enemy, oh no, he's gonna hit me. Right, so objects and enemies will randomly drop coins when they get destroyed. You have a dash. Class talent is to shield for this class. If you do it at the last second, I took no damage and it dealt damage back to him. Spoilers, Linsanity. Welcome to the chat, but yeah, Jonah, I think is what it is. Maybe, we'll see. Like, and there's things like this in some levels, like you'll have to do things like come over here, and I can't air dash right now, so like that's a thing. Spin kick to bounce off of stuff, right? That's normal. Later, you have to gain abilities to spin kick off of different obstacles besides these blue crystal-looking things, or just like breakables you can spin kick off of. I know Journal 3, I missed a number 2 somewhere, right? Diving bell cables, so just like Z promised, the blue will always help us read stuff real quick. That's how much short we need. A few hundred feet short. Gonna have to get creative. Yeah, you don't get anything for getting these journals at all. The other journals fill in even this story that I'm kind of breezing past. Oh, this is one where you have to make yourself get hit, so you, oh no, ow, and then you jump as a rebound. And there's some places where that is just like kind of the only way until you start getting double and triple jumps. We can spin kick enemies to also gain height. I think I also, if you go here, right there's, see that? Cracks in walls you can break open. Can't make out a voice. See, this is a mechanic. These blue things, I can't talk to them yet. So even though it's here, it's really just to let me know I can't talk to that. I wish to be a better person. I'm sorry. Journal number 5, obviously out of the way, hard to find. And so that's the thing with this game, is that a lot of it is it's just a fun sort of like the action moving around the levels by itself, cool mechanics. There's lots of different weapons and classes and tons of stuff to unlock. And there is a story there, but you can completely miss the story and just fight bosses with weird old biblical names. Yeah. Noida would fit knowledge is power. Yeah. I've seen a lot of Noida. I know you've talked about a battle duck with the wands and everything. And like, yeah, I know you've shown me you playing it like on the Steam Deck, and just like, yeah, if you don't know that blows up, you will kill yourself by shooting that thing with fire to make it blow up. But if you shoot it with water, it's fine. Things like that seems like. Yeah, there's some similar things in this game where it's like if you don't know how it works. Ooh, trick wall. See, it teaches it to you here. So it's like you can't really ever get to this without the new game sort of features. Alright, and then of course you need mana to... Oop. Do-do. And I think if memory serves, Norda also has a similar mechanic to this. Is like right now the game's way harder because I don't have what they call heirlooms unlocked, which like eventually a core mechanic to just how you move is right now I'm trying to dash in the air and I can't. So yeah, gonna have to figure that out. Right, you can hit guys through walls like so. Often the safest way to get through sections of the map. These things you can hit and you'll bounce off of. They're not destructible. You can also do things like pretend they're an enemy and spin kick off of them. But they are kind of an irritating obstacle. Everything in this game, every enemy you see as we go through, will find other like biomes essentially in this game, and they have harder versions of the enemies. Sometimes they just are bigger, deal more damage. Sometimes, like those wizards I just fought, flame locks, the upgraded versions will often shoot just like more fireballs in a volley, or bigger balls instead of like blue ones that are you'll learn there's different size projectiles that are kind of color coded for how they function. So this is our first heirloom. In the future, coming to this room gives us relics, as in many roguelites. You have each run you can get different things that modify your abilities in significant ways, but before you have access to those you have to unlock the basic powers. And this Anki of the Shawl, I believe this gets you the Shawl of Anki, and you'll see here the heirloom, how it works is that I'm soft and pudgy. Okay, thanks. Totally fine. I like me. Power of momentum. Enter the heirloom. It fully heals you. And then basically the heirlooms are little side things you go to, and all you do is just run through it, and you get now the abilities. So luckily I actually found this super fast. When I did like my sort of warm up for this the other day when I was thinking about adding this to what I stream, it took a long time to find that, and so I felt like I was definitely taking hits from enemies because I was like expecting to be able to dodge them. That little turkey, whoops. That little turkey leg was a health drop. If you time your dash, right, see how the numbers there had, whoop, they were gold. Oh, these guys, I struggle with these guys, because see, the blue projectiles travel through walls, red ones do not. Let's see how that didn't kill him, but if I'm dashing while I attack, the yellow sort of like kapow, that is a crit hit. Which, depending on your weapon and some other circumstances, changes like how you crit. So with the sword, you crit whenever you're dashing. If you're dashing while you attack, it's a crit hit. We're almost to the end of this little, here's how you use your new ability level. Oh. You touch the water, you just get teleported back in these. Almost there. There we are. Thank you. Can I have that, please? I've proven thyself worthy. Get my inheritance. Okay, so that'll help me a lot, not just, I mean, I didn't really do too many bad boops on myself, but just not knowing it. These teleporters all connect to each other, so I could go back right now just to the start room. Right. But we haven't explored very much at all, then there's no other ways to go, so... Plinkies, I weirdly have a mental block about Plinkies. If you look at them, that's their attack pattern, all the different variants, like at harder biomes, all they do is they also shoot diagonal sometimes. I am weirdly super duper bad, for whatever reason, at not getting hit by their fireballs. It's weird. I think because most other things like aim at you, dodging them just feels different. There's this crack in the wall. I'm not going to bother going to it because until you have a different heirloom, the thing you would do in there is nothing. Also, if you didn't see that crack in the wall, how would you know to do anything with that crack in the wall? Missed it. Oh, see? Okay, you can. Another thing that I'm kind of doing that I didn't say is like dash canceling. So you dash and then you can dash and jump, and that cancels your dash mid-dash. That is a thing that just, like, I don't know, the game doesn't even really tell you that. Maybe it doesn't a tooltip or something. Like, it doesn't teach you. These things, we'll learn more about them through the story. It's called Blackroot, and they just, like, you can hit them to get rid of them. You can spin kick off of them, but then they regrow when you re-enter, not over time in the stage though, but if you like re-enter the same screen, they'll grow back. Okay. Old iron sword. Yeah, I've seen I think oh gosh dang it, walked right off the edge. What's his name? Grand Pooh Bear. I saw a video from him. He's like a speed runner of, oh gosh dang it. See, I didn't have a double jump. I'm used to a double jump. I'll get that mechanic eventually. Yeah, so I saw recently an Iron Sword playthrough he did. It looked like one of those old Nintendo games. Like, a lot of them are hard because the controls are, but whoops, I just didn't even take the time like I should have there. They're hard because some of the controls just aren't what modern controls are. So sometimes in chess you get money and other resources. Let's see, so we want this one. But you can also unlock items that then eventually the meta progression you'll see soon, but it's like a little town outside the castle you're going into. See there with the red kapow, whoops, gosh dang it. That was just a random crit, which can also happen in this game. So there's what's called a skill crit, which is, see how the weapon turns gold there? Skill crit, if you do that. Because you have to do a thing on purpose to make it do that. And then there's just regular crits. See, bust this open because see, there's a little chest down here. It's kind of hard to tell. That is a different looking chest. It's called a fairy chest, and they give you runes, which are other upgrades. So increases armor's max block cap. Right now, I don't have armor, and nor do I could maybe that's part of the meta progression. It's just a thing. Whoa, hold on, gotta focus up a little bit. There we go. Right, it reduces incoming damage is what armor does. Yes, the Milking Quarters game design is just like, it's like hard to explain, like why games were the way they were. Is like literally because the way to make money was it had to require quarters, and there was kind of two ways to do that. Like I played a PS1 version of Gauntlet, and that game was literally you just were always constantly losing health. But if you put a quarter in, you got more health. So that's how they did it. Other games did it by timers. Other games did it by just difficulty scaling. Like, no 8-year-old is ever going to beat this game without spending $1 million. Okay, we found our first biome, new biome. This is technically the last one the game would have you go to. It is Fishin' Dry Lake. You need to have the sun lantern, right? You get more gold here. That's cool, but we don't need that right now. First mention of one of the bosses, Estuary Irad. There is a story for what I'm doing. So the story is, so I'm on the first run. I started a completely new game. I have signed a pact with somebody, who knows, that has signed up me and all of my descendants have to keep doing this thing. And the thing is, go into this castle. This is our first sort of new bit of story, and we hear mention of Estuary Irad. The estuaries are going to end up being sort of spoilers, but they're the bosses. We have a nameless knight here. Says, hey, we need the sun lantern. So we got to restore the sun. So apparently the sun is not out. So we got this guy, we'll talk more then. So we got to get the sun lantern by restoring the sun. Now, I know where that is. There's a different biome called the Sun Tower we got to get to. We can... Whoops. I'm going to teleport back. But we can also, like, look around the map here. So you can see where there's exits. So I know because of the game knowledge, there's Fishin' Dry Lake below. There's the Stygian Study above, and then Axis Mundi is going to be to the right. Generally, you're supposed to do this, and then to the right, and then we'll get more story that kind of helps give us ways to go. I am using mouse and keyboard. But yeah, we'll get more story soon. The reason I'm using mouse and keyboard, right now, it's whatever, controller's just fine. There are ranged weapons you can get on different classes, and you can find weapons, and it's a whole mechanic that there's different weapons that you can use. And the ranged ones, aiming on controller, makes you want to never ever play a ranged character. Mouse and keyboard makes you realize they are super pushed in how much damage they can do if you can aim not with an analog stick that only really hits like that. Is the keyboard like distractingly loud, or is it just The letter is old but carefully preserved. Here's our first story bit we found outside of the tutorial. Jay, the rumors are true. The golden doors are real, and I found them. The doors will only open when all the estuaries have gathered together. Okay? Now, it sounds crazy, but I have a plan to save everyone, but I can't do it myself. I need your help and some people I can trust. Z. So we have characters. We got J and Z as our mysterious characters. We have the nameless knight we met. And we'll be learning more about all of these people, again, through those journals you have to find throughout the world, and a few other places. When I first started, there's like blue orbs you can find, but you can't interact with them until like these. Eventually you get an heirloom that lets you like hear them and understand them, and that gives you all the story. Well, like half the story, right? Because half of it's journals, half of it's those. I think they're called scars or nightmares. One of those. So you see, I've unlocked a couple leather items, meta progression when we get back. I'm glad the keyboard's not too loud. But Noida, you said unplayable on controller. Yeah, I think you've mentioned that. Oh gosh, dang it. I expected to have a double jump. I'd literally smash jump twice because that's just the way. Oh, I also routinely forget this character that I could just like do that. The talent, and you can see I have to wait in the upper left. Got to wait. I think it's 8-second cooldown in total for that ability. But it's just like this character, this class's ability. And you can see here you can tell the transition. Also on the map, you might note red indicates a, for lack of a better word, biome transition, region you might call it. Stygian study. You can see here, this is one where it says requires Aether's wings, but like it doesn't require because I'm landing on this. But what it does require is you can't possibly really get there. You have to air dash, right? And it says requires Aether's wings, which is your double jump. But if you are careful, you can make that by getting you can get a second dash before you can technically get the double jump, and then that's kind of just a way you can cheese into another biome sooner. But at the beginning here, we just need to unlock all the things. Oh, these stupid things. So these axe guys, one of their mechanics is when they're spinning, they get pushed back a lot more than normal by hits. So they're not very dangerous. They're just kind of irritating because they suddenly change speed on you. Okay, here we go. Another special room, which will later have relics in it. Okay. Aesop of the Tome, which will give us, of course, the Tome of Aesop. Yes, Metroidvania progression, definitely. That is the way to describe it. So just like, yeah, Metroidvania, you can cheese your way around some stuff. So I think the Tome of Aesop, I see the apex of emotions where all the truth is laid bare. Snot coming out your nose, poop coming out your butt. Da, 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 okay, so this is how we hear the voices, I think. Right, because we have empathy, so we can understand them. It's great. Which is where I guess I could have, that one room where pointed out there was a broken wall, but there's no point until you get the heirloom. I guess, you know, I could have not fully, like, finished that room. Demetrius here. So then I could have come back with this ability, but oh well. Every path I take has been wrong. Alright, Demetrius, kind of remember the lesson your elders taught you. He who gives you only 2 choices always hides a third. What could that mean? This. You just jump down the middle. Obstacles present hidden opportunities. What could that possibly mean? Oops, it could mean I whiffed a spin kick is what that could mean. Oh. My bad. Can just kind of ride that all the way up, but okay, yeah, these nightmares are these things. Violence begets violence. So, if you do something violent in here, like attack, they shoot at you. You can see, quite dodgeable. Da 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 da. You can ask for kindness. I usually may ahead of me. Perhaps I can calm it down. Hey, look. Now it's off, so I can attack freely. Oh, I missed the food. Oh well. There's some food. Now, there's one boss where this is like their whole mechanic, is that there's... Oh, I can't spin kick those yet. That's another ability you have to unlock that changes the game. Yellow projectiles you cannot like spin kick off of until you get a different heirloom. Oh, that was weak of me. Oh, come on. There we go. Just use the battlefield to your advantage. Okay, so these guys are gonna shoot out if they get a chance to attack. Those little ghosties that chase you, but can be destroyed with any kind of attack. Will destroy the black little projectile enemy guys. Here we go. You can find an emotional connection with your enemy. I know you'll be chosen so you know shoot too. So the place that I skipped over, if I could find a way into it, I could now go interact with a thing that would increase the damage I do to the boss for this first biome. Oh. Hey guy, what do you want to tell me? Right, misleading truths, definitely a thing. Okay, so here if we look at this map, so I could go back there and try to get in, but I know you can't jump high enough, so I'm gonna keep making my way to the right, because I know Axis Mundi is, because of the game knowledge, right? It is the intended second biome. The 2D, 3D combo, yeah. The art style in this, when you get to the bosses, I really like some of the bosses' art too. Because they all like, you know, as mini bosses do, they have their... Oh, hello guy. I need to remember to press Q more. They have like their own style, their own attacks and all this, and sort of the illusion of like the depth, right? With like the parallax in the backgrounds, and it's a whole thing. Really good. A good example of how games need to all remember, like, good graphics doesn't mean hyper-realistic graphics. There we go. Oops. Got a little too close. Oh, hello, guy. Come closer, you stupid little ghost. Oh man, I'm also used to one of the runes you can find is a magnet rune, so you just like pick up coins easier. And that is another one that feels like it's not an heirloom, but it feels like that rune is heirloom level. Okay, so here's our first relic room. The game says I don't know what any of these do, but I do know what they do, and this is one of my favorites. If you're a fan of Calvin and Hobbes, the old comic strips, this is the Transmogrificator. It's just a cardboard box, and if you turn the dial, what this is going to do, Resolve is a whole mechanic about how many relics you can have. It doesn't cost any, because what it does is it's going to randomize my weapon, my talent, and my spell. I'm going to go ahead and do that so we can see some different stuff. Hopefully it gives me... This is one of my least favorite weapons. This is the cannon from the pirate class. It can attack, it's super slow, it skill crits when dashing, kind of like the sword. But if you hold it, it's now a ranged weapon. If you shoot in the air, see that it'll give you like a little bit of a movement boop. So, very different. I hate this weapon. It is one of the worst weapons in the game. Weirdly, though, the pirate class, like... The pirate class also sucks because it always has this weapon and the ability is not great. But later in the game, you unlock where the classes give their own meta progression. So by leveling up pirate, all your classes end up getting more armor, which is huge. So yeah, so pirate, the weapon sucks, the ability sucks, everything about it sucks besides the meta progression boost it gives. Here's a little more story. There's sometimes these side rooms that are also, they're called lore rooms. They're guaranteed to not have money or food in them. The bridges fall into the shift, just like everything else. Section of the bridge constantly switching places. The estuaries have deemed it too dangerous to ship supplies to the outlying villages. The people won't make it to the next harvest if we don't help. There's some threat called the shift. We'll learn more about that for sure. Together I wanted to make a call for volunteers. We should lead the shipments ourselves if we must. But in order to cross, you'll need an heirloom contained in the gatehouse's tower. The entrance is directly above the gates to the citadel. The entrance is caved in, but perhaps you can find another way in from the floors above. And remember to keep this quiet. The estuaries won't approve of this. Sometimes I wonder if they want people to starve. That's not the issue here. Perhaps by doing this, we can begin to atone for our past. So another letter from Jay. This is telling us where to go. So if we look under quests, we need to get the sun lantern. Now we need to find the heirloom by the gates, and it says the location is Axis Mundi, which is the place we just got to. Now you may notice there's a door up there, and these things. So you gotta do a little skills there, and then now it's like, okay, get your way up this tower for more info. So again, we got Gregory here. Stairwells collapse, nowhere to get up there now. These wretched black roots, here's where we learn the name of this stuff. Probably the cause, they must have wormed their way into the cracks. So none of these, we don't need to bother breaking them because we're in what's called a lore room. They will not have the resources or droids that we are looking for. You can see, hey look, that looks handy. We should probably find a way to get that. But let's stop for some lore. Now we got Gregory still talking to Jay. Last cave-in buried the heirloom. Good news is that the heirloom is still intact. Those things are sturdy. Trying to dig it out, but the tower is barely one piece of news. Once you fear the whole tower will collapse. If that happens, we'll bury the only entrance to Agartha. There's nothing else we can do. We have to leave it be. Sorry, Jay. Well, I guess if we're gonna leave it be, we have to be like, oh, well, how can we go up? Again, knowledge is what you need in this game, folks. That was dumb. But I got up the tower. And now, go get the heirloom. Hey, buddy. Take this challenge. Okay. This guy seems bored. The echo of resonance. What's the worst that can happen? It's so easy. Okay, let's get going. Okay. So, this heirloom, again, we now have echo kicks. What does that mean? It means now we can kick off of what they call resonant objects, which are yellow things. See, I'm going to die here because it's like, oh no, what did you do? Well, it says reset your dashes. So we got to whoop, kick. Then, whoop, oh gosh, dang it. Gotta go here, we gotta kick into it so we have a dash coming out of that. Those targets, that mechanic comes back later. As like, it's how you can unlock stuff. It's like treated almost like a mini game. Resonant enemies, so if they're like glowing kind of white with those yellowish shimmers around them, you have to spin kick them. It does create some challenges. Oh gosh, dang it. Go. Oh yeah, that's right. Right, so the game has lots of cool things like that. I played platformer. Collected colors to progress. What do you mean you collected colors like? You mean like Mario, where you hit the colored blocks and then it fills in on other levels, or what do you mean? Echo boots and destroys resonant projectiles. Super helpful. Okay, so we had to get that because if you come here and we say, hey, look, S-Ray IRAD, we got Axis Mundi, Q, you click those to flip the world to. Got it. Okay. 20% more gold here, so we get this, and then this is why we had to get that heirloom, because you cannot make it all the way across without it. Left alt to look around is sometimes useful. Axis Mundi, if we just look at the map, you can see a very different size of individual rooms, right? Axis Mundi is several just long rooms like this. You can see how much smaller the Agartha, the Citadel rooms are. Now we're going to go back in here, but I'm actually going to just teleport to Fish and Dry Lake and go up, because I'm thinking the boss has to be, just looking at where the exits are, has to be down here. So go to the Dry Lake and up. It is because you had to collect new cards and interact with the world. Yeah, that sounds interesting as a mechanic. Was there anything where it's like you had to, like, color blending stuff? Whoops. Yeah. Yeah, because the different colors matter. So right now, like, yellow is the color that signifies different right now in this game, but eventually we get to where it's actually purple is another color that has a slightly similar, related, right, but different mechanic. Yeah, this game specifically, I think you'll like it a lot, Battle Duck, once we get more into some of the lore, because it's interesting, plays on like I said, some Bible stuff, and just like itself a cool story even without the Bible stuff. But I know it's good. Oops. Obviously, the little blast radius does help. It's a pretty forgiving weapon. You can see there the interesting part is like learning that, oh yeah, your head is actually not the hitbox. So that you can just stand under shots like that. Another example of just like, yeah, you just learn that eventually, I guess. Okay, get a little money. There's another chest down here. Oh, not a good enough reaction time to spin kick those, I guess. Even the knockback moving the plinkies. It's supposed to be like enough to make this weapon good, but the problem is like, right, like if I'm walking and I go to attack, I stop moving. Lots of weapons don't do it. E is basically that eyeball I just killed. It's that attack where you shoot a little blue fireball thing. Colors are you told the color. Oh, okay. So like quick reaction time type stuff. How'd you find this game? Recommend seeing? No, I found this game years ago. I played Rogue Legacy 1. I got it on like Games with Gold or something, and then it was good. I beat the whole thing, and then the sequel came out in like I want to say like 2022 maybe, and I got it on like PlayStation or Switch, one of those. And then I found lots of the really cool weapons, right? Aren't good on console, the ranged weapons, so I got it on PC when it was, I think, on sale one time. So here we have a Tree of Life. I can either take damage to permanently increase my max HP or heal. I don't really need the heal. So I'm going to be greedy and take damage in order to have higher max health. Hey, this is the boss room. And here we have to have the heirlooms in order to first be told, right? Lamech's trail, how do we get him? You want to leave this island, you have to enter his throne room. Only the royal retinue can open them. No idea. There's torches. They have to be lit. Da, 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 da. Basically, you need this ability to be told what to do, and then you have to have the dash ability to do that. And now we can fight Lamech, the first boss. Yeah, definitely friendly to like the Switch audience. I'm not familiar with the Dragon Boy games. I'm not going to go to Lamech right this second. I am first going to do something a little bit cheesy. Is this even worth? I mean, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? Yeah, this is cool. So I found a relic room. That's super helpful. Enoch here, going to tell us about relics in Resolve, right? So they're powerful items. The mechanic is Resolve 100%. You go below that, you lose max health. It's not quite, if you get to 0 Resolve, you have 0 health. It's not quite that linear. I'm not sure of the math. We'll figure it out as we go. Light has to do with the equipment you equip. We haven't even gotten to the meta progression yet. Yeah, and that determines, right, I got 245 right now. But this relic, I know this adds the poison effect to your attacks. This just increases damage based on how many relics you have. So I'm going to take this. It's long Nintendo. Okay, Dragon Boy games. I'll have to look that up. Yeah, so now my attacks, when I hit stuff, they gain a status effect of poison that just makes them take damage every tick. See? He's got 1 poison. If I hit him twice, he's got 2 poison. So it's a lot like this. It's the Slay the Spire poison mechanic. It stacks and does more damage as you stack more instances. So, yeah, super strong, especially in boss fights, and especially when I have this garbage weapon that can't attack quickly. I am also going to, because of the ability I randomly got, I am going to go back to this room over here, and we can take a look at what that room actually does. So we're just going to go right here and pop on over. Is this indie? I honestly don't know. I want to say it's like Cellar Door Games is maybe that's the name is popping to mind here. I think Rogue Legacy and Rogue Legacy 2 are the only games they've ever made. So here's what I can do. Normally I wouldn't be able to get back up there without the lanterns that used to be in this room, but the Q ability that I have makes a platform. So I think if I do this, you heard the little magic noise, Q, now I can get in here. When normally I wouldn't be able to get back in here because I destroyed all the lanterns. This is a lore room, so I won't get any health or money. Yeah, let's learn a little bit. Okay, not there, sorry, my bad. In lore room, oh, the lore is, they never drop anything, okay. Thanks, lore room, for teaching us about lore rooms. But then we get here. Hey, buddy. Interesting. Even an estuary should have a place to themselves. Well, Lamech's memory. Ceremony of return draws near, and I have yet to act on this rebellion. If I invaded the village, I could crush them before it even started, but this would only be a temporary solution. And attacking now would reveal my hand. I can stop the rebellion, but I will never discover which of the estuaries are on their side. So, something we've heard a little bit about rebellion. Estuaries are the bosses. He's an estuary. We got lore reception. Yeah, we got a lore room in talking about the lore rooms. And it's a missable lore room. So it's like, how would you learn about lore rooms if you don't find this lore room game? Luckily, the room that it's in has a big candle on it on the map, so you know to look carefully. But ceremony is going to go during the chaos. The traitor will reveal themselves to me. I know it. There's a secret set of guards ready to mess up their plans. So as for the rebels ambush during the ceremony, you'll take care of that. There's no tricks, no treachery. Or show the people the true difference between a serf and a lord. I will cut them down one by one and forever crush their morale. This is the only solution. Let them come. See, now here's the thing where I know. See, now I deal 15% more damage against the boss I'm about to fight. Yeah, self-referential lore rooms, recursive lore. Yeah, so I have no idea. I know Lamech is a name from the Bible. No idea in what capacity he would do anything. So it seems from this game like the Lamech of the Bible must have fought people, because this guy fights people as sort of his one thing. Alright, let us see if I can beat Lamech. If not, my offspring that I sometime found time to have. Oh. Gosh dang it. Not moving when you attack is a problem. No! You can dodge during the sword swipe. I just keep messing up the timing, and I'm dead. Okay. I hope you guys all look and are like, hey, that looked real bad. That's why the pirate weapon is bad, guys. The pirate weapon is bad because you can't move while attacking, and then if you choose to attack, you just sit there. I do like this recap. If I click, it'll speed it up. But it is kind of nice to see all the enemies you beat and where you've gone, what you did. Nice little recap. Later in the game with meta progression, there'll be like XP up here for the class. But for now, we see our options. Okay, so 3 offspring to choose between. They all get random names. They get random. So the knight class always has a great sword and shield block as the ability. But you get a random spell. Oh, you've seen this before. Cool, Battle Duck. So random spell, and if you haven't had it in your run, you don't know what it is yet, obviously. This is really good for like dealing with big projectiles and stuff. This good with dealing with lots of enemies on screen. This is not that great. In the Lamech fight specifically, it actually is all right. Then you have random traits. You can random nothing. It's actually kind of surprising that everybody had a thing here. I know antique means you just start with a relic. These are traits that are you're only able to have these on a starting character, right? Because these are traits of the character. Not like this could be found, like this character could find this relic randomly in the level or in a run. So I'm going to go ahead and I know what some of these do. I'm actually going to pick this one because I don't like it. So I want to pick it so that I have it unlocked so we can all know what it does, and then you'll know that I don't like it. I think panic attacks is where when you get hit, either you can't attack for a minute, or I hope it's not the one that makes the rest of the screen go black, because that one's real tough. So this is important. The very first one you have to unlock is where those traits. So I just took a trait that is a negative. Now I'm going to get bonus money for that. Right? So having a bad trait, 50% more bonus or 25. It depends on how bad the trait is. So this is the meta progression. We're building our manor. So there's the stairs. And then we're going to get rangers. Right? Which the ability I had there actually is the ranger ability. So you can random into things before you've unlocked them in the meta progression, which can make it sort of interesting if you random into a weapon for a class that's like over here on the tree. When you don't know, it creates some really interesting sort of intrigue, I think, for the player. But anyway, so they have low health, but they have a ranged weapon. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just not switch to the class right now, but like you can whenever you unlock a new class, it gives you the option of just immediately switching to it. Okay, now we have a smithy for weapons. And then we're going to also upgrade the enchantress here. The pillow fort. She talks about pillows a lot. It's kind of funny. Runes for her. The training dummy is just hilarious. I don't actually... Yeah, like, we'll talk to her. I don't think that's super duper huge. This is important. Mastery rank, as we talk to him, each class now will be leveling up. Okay, now these are level gated, right? So we have to just say, okay, well, let's give us more. Everybody has more vitality, which increases the max HP. And then, obviously, these are more classes to unlock. And I'm going to go ahead and just unlock the classes. Valkyrie, I think, is really good. We'll see it when we get to it, though. Barbarians are fine. They do barbarian things, as you'd expect. If you like just doing a lot of damage, pick them. Mages, beards are mandatory. Even female characters have that little wizard white beard on them. It's kind of cute for the mage class. Their ability is just they have a second spell, and any attack drains mana from whoever you're attacking. Well, it doesn't drain it from them. You just get mana. Enemies don't have mana they have to use. Okay, so now I'm just gonna say let's just unlock more things to unlock more of this building. You can see that's another level gated class. This is not a class, even though maybe it kind of looks like it. It's another character. I very rarely use this guy. What he does is if I pay him, the map will stay the same. And okay, I don't need that. This is huge. Whenever you enter a boss room, it'll heal a percentage of health and mana. At 100%, or at 5, it's 100%. I think it's 20% a level there. It says over on the side, on the right. Let's see. Everybody gets armor is nice because that just reduces damage you take. And there we've spent our money. So now we can get a little lore from our people here. Say hi to Athos the blacksmith. Cool. You invest in this, but he needs blueprints in order to do this, right? And then his character trait is he has aphantasia. He literally cannot remember what the weapons look like, so he has to have blueprints, which is kind of a funny like lore thing to include. Of like, why do you have to get the blueprints and give them to this guy? Why can't he just make a better sword? And they immediately tell you the answer. So I don't have any money, and you also need another resource of iron, I believe they call it. And you can see here, I haven't found the trinket, but I could get a leather cape, a leather chest, helm, and weapon. So leather equipment. Over here, Unity is saying, like, if you're wearing the same set, you get bonuses. What else we got? Runes. I just really wish I had thought ahead and saved money. She needs money. Runic stones. I really hope she has the... So lifesteal can be great. Sure, get that, but this is the rune that should be an heirloom, right? So I need to make sure to save. I already got enough ether. It looks like blood to me, but red ether to get this, so then coins will be magnetized. Just makes it easier. This person, you can talk to them. They say funny stuff, and this allows you to see how much damage you do with different things. So spin kick 6, and then attacks 32, a dash is 43, right? You could also say this is 18 per tick, and then after a while it ticks up. Right, so that's all she's useful for. Sage Totem here is also just mostly funny stuff. Yeah, Lady Quinn, the mannequin. Yeah. So the mastery in one profession is getting advantage in all, and just yelling. Mondays, am I right? Cute little Sage Totem trying to talk like a human. But yeah, you can see there's a bunch of classes I haven't seen yet and unlocked yet, right? And then it tells you here what they do for all your classes. Let's see. How can I get where's my tools to like get rid of that? Well, we'll have to figure out modding later to remove the little AI viewers stream boo. I think I'm good. I don't need AI viewers, my guy. Appreciate the effort though. Okay, so Noah here, another little biblical name, although I'm not sure he builds a boat. He builds this. This thing somehow stops the castle from changing. Him is old man, and he's old. Right. Lock the whole kingdom down. Doesn't change, and you can search the corners if you need to. Right, he takes 20% of the gold, and no thank you. And now here, we must get on this boat. What does Karen say? Again, not a biblical character, but a famous character here. Gotta pay the toll. So, all of your gold. Can't save this 49. There's your 49 gold. Let's go back in. Take another run at Lamech here. Now we can see when we talk to this, they won't open until all the asteroids have gathered together. Which, gathered. How do you think we're gonna gather them, chat? Little bit of murder. Next in line to sign the contract. Da-da-da-da-da. Find the king's children first. Can't get through the doors otherwise. I've tried. Okay. So Nameless Knight is gonna be a character who keeps popping up. Oh, yep. That is what my the trait does when you get hit. It does the darkness all around you, which is quite hard, especially if you get hit early in like a really densely populated room. Go gather some. See if you got some gold for me. Thank you. Okay, so this, I know what it does. I also know what this does. Which one's more resolved? We'll take this one. I think this one increases health drops. Yeah. Killing people, they could drop a health drop. This, again, always going to be Enoch's little thing in any relic room. Right, see how I can attack and move at the same time? That's why this is better. Okay, so sometimes these are fairy rooms because they give you fairy chests. Sometimes these also say not just defeat all enemies, but they'll say without taking damage, and those are harder. But let's do this. You can see right there, that's where the chest will appear if I succeed at killing all these dudes. Oh, gosh dang it. Gosh dang it. There we go, now I can see again. Gosh dang it. Oh, I need to use my Q. That's the thing. I'm always bad at using specifically this class's ability, I feel like. And right there is practicing a thing where if you can attack and dash backwards, and if you time it right, you can hit somebody who's right in front of you. Okay, gather up some more of that ether, and then we'll keep going. Don't see any cracks. There we see a crack. I don't know if you can tell, chat, but when you're behind walls, the sound does like get muffled. Just slightly. Interesting little audio effect there. Ride aboard the murder train. Yeah, there's lots of murder to do to get the, I assume that's what, talk about the estuaries, right? Puzzle challenge. Okay, so you got to get through this puzzle in 15 seconds. You can see when you start this, this will be, this is a way out, I think. As this, so you, when you do this, this disappears, so you can go down here, and you can see this takes you here. So then we got to go here, is it? Right? Like, where do we need to go is the question that you got to figure out very quickly. So we'll try it here. Try this one. Nope. Just guessed. Nope. I should have looked harder, but I was trying to just guess and play it as a lucky draw, you know. Okay, fishing here. Yeah, not a place we need to go right now until we do other things. My goal here is really to just maybe find some relics to power myself up a little bit and then fight Lamech. And show you that it really was the fault of the pirate weapon is just absolutely garbage. Okay, now we can learn some lore. So Lamech has a memory. How many years has it been since we first came down here? 50, 100, 1,000? My patience at its end. These scholars, they jump from one fancy to the next. They're like the belle of the ball, just singing and dancing, never finishing anything they've started. They've taken our gifts of life and have abused it. Their behavior was brought to an end. They must be punished. So this guy's mad, Lamech is. Gotta drive discovery through pain is pretty dark. 13th time will be the charm. Or is it 30th? Okay, so here's this room again. I don't need to do the secret. It's still unlocked. It's right permanently unlocked. The 15% more damage to Lamech. Okay, so this is a curio shop. So, blessings let you swap out either a weapon or a spell or an ability, a talent. And it tells you what it does. So if you swap, you get a bonus to whatever the thing is. So this is a different talent. So instead of the shield, it's a shout that gets rid of projectiles. But it doesn't recharge until you get hit. So I'm just not going to take it. Need to get the double jump. It is so, I keep trying to do it just like out of habit. Nope, nope, not what we want. We're gonna do this because now that we've gotten the heirloom, it's just a relic room. Okay. I believe twin obelisk is what I'm gonna want here. Because it's just twin, just mean it's not always two. Just you can get two of the same relic at once, and then they're always called twin whatever. So super crits are a thing where when you skill crit, you can also regular crit. And if you do both at the same time, you get even more damage. I don't think we've seen that pop up yet. It has a slightly different kapow logo around it. Or a graphic, I guess I should say. It's not really a logo. Okay, so this... There we go. I wish I had a magnet so I could get that coin, but We'll get that next. See, that's a more dangerous version. Oh. There we go. Oh, gosh dang it. There we go. There we go. And really need the double jump. You double jump, you can just like dash, then jump, or jump, then dash, you know? So it's like, it gives you so many movement options. God, that was stupid. Why did I try to... Gosh dang it. There we go. All for a little bit of money. Totally worth. Oh, okay, so now we need to go these directions. Okay, I'll take the heal, I guess. Oh, the purple there, that's a super crit. Okay, here we go. Scholar helms. That's a new set. We've now unlocked the hat for. Okay, where are we going on up here? Looks like next room over. Yep. Go up. Maybe we can find Stygian entrance. Nope. Just funny. Oh, so not gonna fight those guys. The purple there. You need another heirloom, and then you can dash through without being damaged by those. But without that heirloom, those guys are really difficult because they just cover so much of the screen, especially with there being two of them. Oh, here we go. The other thing without the double jump is you can't dash, cancel, and a mid-air jump. Or excuse me, you can't. Yeah, or you can't. Excuse me, you can't jump, cancel a mid-air dash. Like on the ground, you can dash and then immediately jump to cancel it. But if you air dash, you are locked in. Until you get double jump, and then you can jump cancel your dashes. Gosh, stupid. Definitely rusty. My goodness. Oh yeah, definitely there being two of those commanders. There were the upgraded plinkies that were shooting the purple. I think it's called Void, is what those are. Void something projectiles probably is all they're called, but Yeah, definitely way harder. Okay, found Namek again. I mean, I think might as well just send it here. Yeah, why not? Why not? Heals a little bit. Gotta remember I have my Q ability. See there, that time I didn't mess it up. If you cross over to the other side of him too quickly, he will turn around that attack on you and still hit you, even though you've jumped over him. See, now you might be tempted to say, well, Roldy, why would you not just stand where you're standing when you had the pirate weapon last time you fought this guy? And the answer is because when you're standing there, you can't move. You get locked in the animation, and with this sword, I could just jump out of it. Thanks for the reminder about Q. I did use it once for the transition between phases, so that's more than I normally use it. Yeah, Lamek's super easy if you don't have a bad weapon that locks you out of moving at all. There were so many times there where I was just spamming attack, and then as he was about to do a different move, I just jumped away and moved, and you just cannot do that with the pirate weapon. Where you at? There you are. There you are, Nameless Knight. He deserved a warrior's death. Okay. So Lamek, I still don't know the Bible lore. I know Battle Duck you mentioned he was he's the son of Cain. Okay, I know that, but now but what was the biblical Lamek at all known for? Oh yeah, that's the room I'm not going to go in. Just known for fighting? Was that a thing? I mean, obviously Cain is known for doing Cain's thing of murdering Abel. But not sure what that has to do with Lamek, you know what I mean? So, yeah, AI viewers from Streambo. Yeah, it's an ad bot. I should take a second, see if I can't, figure out how do I just remove that message? You know what I mean? Where's my mod settings? All of Cain's sons are violent. Makes a lot of sense with, you know, the whole, like, Bible story of Cain being himself the first murderer, right? Sorry, just trying to get that. Except when they make an example out of him. Right aboard the murder train. Come on. Except one in that they may. Oh, like the other sons make an example of him. Okay, I'm gonna figure this out later, chat. I don't want to spend time right now just looking at Twitch settings to just turn on the part of the thing. Just no, I'm gonna not take up that guy's offer of getting some AI viewers. Okay. Okay, so now that we've beaten Lamek, the next thing to do is Axis Mundi, I believe, is the next one we should go to, because in order to go to the other ones, you need more and different progression. specifically, you have to be able to get past void things. Cool. Perfectly timed find of Axis Mundi. You know, and it's a good thing heading to Axis Mundi because I'm feeling a little peckish. I need to find a snack in Axis Mundi. I don't know why, it just seems like a place where might be able to find snacks. I mean, if I had double jump, you can get all the way up there, and then you can eventually you can just spend the entirety of this level actually just flying above everything else by bouncing off of enemies and like that guy's thing like that. You can just not have to do much of anything in this level besides get through it, which is why it really is one of my least favorite biomes. Because it's just like once you beat it, there's no ever reason to go back. And even just mostly traversing it is like, once you have double jump, this is just like, oh, Axis Mundi is just irritating. Because all these skill moves you at one point maybe needed to make have been replaced by just jump twice. Right, because you can like use those things, get them to follow you, so you have more stuff to spin kick off of and just kind of go forever. Right? Oh, I almost made it. There we go. Right, because now I can just get this. Sure, I don't get that chest now, but I don't. It's fine. You know. Okay, little lore room. J. It's worse than I imagined. The shops, the houses, the fallout of war is all that dwells in them now. Don't have enough hands to cart supplies. Most of the soldiers are so exhausted from dredging the lake they can barely stand. So fish in dry lake, I guess. I know I'm pushing them past their limits, but there's no time for rest. If the lake becomes poisoned, ... Well, that would be the final nail in our coffin. Namek sons are specifically named for being the first smiths to work iron and copper. And they did it to make weapons. They are named as specific reasons for God to send the flood. Yeah, that's not great. So interesting. Oh. Okay, the Scholar Weapon. I don't think any of the unlocks, I don't think they're tied to much besides, like, you get them in kind of roughly the right order, or the same order. Tiny amounts of gold there aren't worth it. Oh, come a little bit closer so the door will for sure hit you there, bud. Come on. The door's opening does like bonus damage. Basically just like you hit him all twice. Oh, so that guy, another beefy dude. That cooldown is for when hitting him makes that red circle of death appear. Now you have to wait for the arrows to recharge, otherwise, like if they can shoot extra quick if you happen to be above them right as they reload, they'll skip part of their reload animation. I've mistimed the kick. Could have also used Q, I guess. Nope. Let's take care of this guy. So this is not a lore room because it has drops. This is like this region's version of relic rooms. And here we see our first sort of other room. This will get us a relic and some other stuff if we can beat this challenge fight, basically. And sometimes the fights are part of it is survive these nonsense, and then eventually actual killable enemies are going to spawn. Okay, there we go. A couple more obstacles. Oh, gosh, dang it. Ooh, those guys are dangerous because they aim right at you. Don't forget I have Q. I really need to remember that. Oh, the bounce off the, what's it called? The little ball thing. Ooh, crit didn't kill. That's not what you exactly want. There we go. So no real sequence breaking. In this game, sequence breaks, the main ones are you have to have the resonance kick to get here. I'm going to be greedy. And then you have to get the... I don't have Void Dash yet. That's the other one you have to get to beat the game. I forget what this is, but trials are all hard. You can go to Fish and Dry Lake immediately without the Sun Lantern. It's just harder. Because it has that darkness effect, like when I get hit, my character has the trait right now, where the whole screen gets darker. If you go to the Fish and Dry Lake without the Sun Lantern, it's dark like that all the time, and you can just get full killed from an enemy you never saw, because they'll like dash in from where you can't see them. Blocks up the 2 attacks, and you lose 150 mana every time. So I'm below 100%, so I no longer have as much max health. But that's traded off for my mana can block an attack. Oh, dang it. Oh, that was stupid. Okay, I'm just playing sloppy right now. Scholar chess piece. Hey. Nameless Knight says nothing. Pizza Mundi. Hey, stranger, didn't think I'd meet anyone this far up. I'm so glad you showed up. My name's Maria, by the way. Headed to the Sun Tower when a shift happened and some monsters teleported right beside me. So I ran back here to my pizza shop, decided to lay low till they left, or until someone got rid of them. Thanks for that, by the way. If you get up, you're not from around here. Just a wild guess. You're from above, trying to open the giant door, jungle door. So don't worry, I won't pry. Maybe I can help. Meet me by one of the teleporters. Maybe we can work together. Thanks again for the save, but I'd better be going. I'd like to study the teleporters. So, spoilers, has nothing to do with pizza. Basically, here. Get a little more lore. So Nama likes this. Irad. We've heard about him. Nama is a new name, I think. Cool. So all the targets we see are plates from this. Lamech, Enoch. Okay, so now we've heard of 4 different names, I think. Lamech, Enoch, Irad, and Nama. Okay, we can see here too, this, his name is Snipe. See now, oh, you maybe barely saw a slice of pizza popped out instead of a turkey leg. Those heal you slightly more. But see right here, this is the hard lock. You cannot get through that color of purple shimmery stuff without Void Dash, which is another heirloom I need to get. So I could pay her, and what she does is she will, and I'm going to go ahead and do this because going through Axis Mundi every time to get to the Sun Tower sucks. Maria, she's a pizza delivery girl, so the shift, which is what their lore reason, they haven't really explained yet, it's why all the rooms move around. So she can tell where they're going because she's a delivery person, and then currents are what make the portals happen. So basically, she can make it to where if I give her money, portals are permanently unlocked. What do you say, 1,500 gold? Yeah. This is now unlocked. So at the start of any run, Sun Tower portal going to be unlocked for me, which is huge because later you will see Sun Tower is the worst of the biomes in my opinion. You just need to get to the top of it. It is not fun to fight through the rooms. You just need to get through it. And for that reason, I like to teleport straight there so that I can just focus on getting it over with. Oh, I freaking whiffed. Go. If I had my double jump, I could just get to the roof and skip this whole building. But could also just have skipped by going below it. But I want to try to get, it was marked as a fairy chest room. Lose no health. Okay. Oh, I lost health. Oh, I didn't lose health. And I went the wrong way. Hey, because of the Lotus thing, I got away with not actually doing it right. So a rune that would give me an extra dash. Extra dash is not that great. Extra jumps, insane. Okay. Making some progress in Mundi here. I don't care too much about the chests. I really just want to, gosh dang it, just be bad at the game. it would appear. Yeah, I told you, Plinkies, I have a weird mental block about. I just always am getting hit by Plinkies. Okay, so this, a weapon swap opportunity, will make us just do more weapon damage, and I like that. This is the weapon for the Duelist class. Air dashes are skill crits and hit in like a big arc. And the mechanic is if you attack and keep holding it right before you land, you'll very quickly do 2 attacks. Thank you for the money. Weird little room there. Okay, I don't have any resolve to give up, so I'm not going to. Oh, okay. There's a thing there. I don't know when, where, how you're supposed to learn that there's a thing there. I don't remember, but there's a clue somebody gives you that there's something above the guardhouse or whatever. Maybe it's a lore room, maybe it's something. That's where this game fits in my category of the knowledge you have from playing is a game mechanic. Black roots are gonna crush me. Something about the door cares me to find help. I can jump out the window, perhaps probably something my fall weight. Squirming the roots are infesting the bodies. That's gross. So, 50% damage to the Axis Mundi Void Beast. Which we haven't heard about yet. But I bet it has something to do with this, right? Now, we did have a clue about the guardhouse, so that was a thing you could argue was above the guardhouse. But hey, looky, what did I do? I made it to the Kerguelen Plateau. That's what I did. Another biome, one of my more favorite of biomes. I like the boss in this region. I like the mechanic of it. And what I don't like is having to navigate Axis Mundi because it's either without... I'm either doing it without the double jump right now, which makes it just a little bit harder. But then once you get a double jump, let alone you can get runes to get even more than 2 jumps. Axis Mundi just becomes a thing you have to run through to get to this place. So I will also spend the money to unlock this portal. I'm never going to unlock the portal for Stygian or Fish and Dry Lake because it's just so much easier to go through the Citadel and get relics and then just along the way find the entrance. anyways. But these farther away biomes, I like to yeah, snag the thing. And then you don't need to unlock this because you can teleport to like this. You can't go back that way. But then you just have to remember, as I just forgot for a second, you can just teleport to the throne room. But when you teleport here, you have to walk over there once and then come back, and then you can teleport to the throne room to fight this boss. Now, I'm going to go to a quick break because I just need to use the restroom before locking in on this boss. And I'm probably remembering the, like, because of New Game Plus, I'm probably remembering the harder version of this boss than the one we're about to fight. But either way, I think this boss puts a lot of projectiles on the screen, and I can't just be distracted needing to go to the restroom. So I will be right back, everybody. All right, chat, here we go. The Axis Mundi boss, known as the Void Beast. Or Void Beasts, I actually think that said. Okay, yeah, so this is the, yeah, I was thinking of the second fight for sure, because it's just it's fought in a different, bigger space, so. Should have hit Q.
remember I have a Q. This is another one that is the attack does stop your momentum. It's not as slow. Oh, did not cancel it. Oh no, I should have hit Q. I thought I could space away from it though. Woo, okay. Oh, dang. Okay, one of them down. There we go. Void Beast down. Yeah, I was definitely thinking of the second fight. Boned again. Yeah, they are also pirates. The spoilers, but the New Game Plus version that you can fight, they're on a pirate ship, and there's just way more stuff. They attack way more often, and that's definitely the thing I was thinking of. Ooh, there was that red thing to talk to back at the beginning. Now this gate's open. And we got the Nameless Knight to talk to. Well past my prime, could have never stood a chance against those beasts. Have my thanks. Okay, so now as the game kind of indicates, Kergulian, right? Kergulian here. I haven't had to say it out loud, honestly. Not that much, at least. Is the next one to go to, right? We haven't actually really seen much that says that. There was that Guardian guy down there, the beefed up version. See that little dirt spot right there? Right, that's that. Oh yeah, so there can be in this, I know, like game knowledge wise, there can be little zombie guys that pop up out of the ground at you. Dang it. Yeah, those guys, the willows, you have to spin kick. And that makes them harder to kill, because you just have fewer options. Ooh, see, there's those zombie guys. There we go. Another zombie there. Oh, both of them are... Okay. So the thing for this biome, the boss is Nama. We haven't heard much about her, but each biome kind of has their own like mechanic, right? Axis Mundi was the huge open rooms you got to traverse. Lots of projectile guys that can follow you. And without a double jump, mistakes are not very forgiving there, right? Let's learn a little bit about Nama. But this biome's thing is the door has to be unlocked by you finding 2 special relics. Only Father believed in me. Okay, Father, we got a new character because it's blue. If not for him, my brothers would have sacrificed me years ago. No farms, no mills, no hunting. Everything must stay in its natural state. We took care of the land, and the land cared for us. The yields were kept small, and the forest remained untamed, and due to my wisdom and efforts, my garden has blossomed. This land of death I have birthed a cornucopia of life. Do not till the earth, for it will drain the soil. Do not pen the animals, lest sickness spread among the livestock. Do not cut the young bough, for their growth enriches the land. Tend to the forest as I tend to my own children. Take only that which is needed. Harvest only that which is dead or dying. Always cull the poison. Always. So Nama, I assume it's a biblical name, but I have no knowledge of a biblical Nama. So if anybody in chat does, or I guess wants to Google it, maybe, I don't know. More fun to learn from people who just already have the knowledge. Oh man, that guy kind of sucks. Let's reset. Let's go more quick. Just get out of here. Okay. Because I'm full on resolve, I do not want to do that because it's just a hard challenge for no benefit because I can't get the relic at the end. Dear Z, you must be more careful. Talk of the rebellion is spreading. Some estuaries may be deaf to such whispers, but those in the study hear everything. As a result, we order you to cast the heirloom of Ziffer into the Stygian waters to prevent rebels such as yourself from reaching it. So the heirloom of Ziffer, right? A recent shift has churned up the riverbed, and the heirloom has resurfaced a slight way off the far shores. I know how important that heirloom is to you, so I've tethered a resonant rope to it just below the water line. You should be able to reach it from the shore. I can't protect you forever, so good luck and stay low. So this is key story where it's like, hey, there was something that was hidden somewhere else, but now on the far shores. And if we go to the quests, it tells you it's in the Kerugian Plateau. So it is somewhere below the water town, right? Like it gives you some info, so it's somewhere in this biome. And that is the Ziffer, right? That is the last one. It gives you what I think it's called, but I definitely, oh gosh. I definitely refer to it as the Void Dash. Whether or not that is its technical, dev given name or not, that's what it does. So no, I have gotten to New Game Plus before. This is not a New Game Plus. This is just New Game from nothing. Just because I want to be able to talk about the game and the mechanics. And New Game Plus inherently, like, you have to pick sort of, I forget what they call them, but you have to pick challenges to add to yourself, effectively. I think this is one you can kind of cheese, because this requires Aether's Wings. That's what gives you the double jump. Unless you have an offering. So this is where we know we have to get 2 Lilies of the Valley in order to open this door. So you can get to the chests before you have double jump by... I think you have to have a double dash or something, maybe, to, like, do it from here, and you can make it. But then you can't open the door still, so... similar to the axe guys, while attacking, those shields can be, like, reflected, essentially. Their direction of travel changed. Oh my gosh, this is taking so long because I don't do any damage with the spin kick. There we go. Okay, here we go. So now here's a thing we all have to learn together. This costs 55 resolve. I'm already at 95, and I'm going to take this. I'm going to take it. Why? Because this is like in the first run I had the poison thing, but this does fire. It's so good. Instead of 330 max health, what am I down to? Like 150? 139. So now my attacks, when I hit people, they get the fire status effect on them. And that is like poison. It is just damage over time in a very solidly powerful sort of way. Oh yeah, that's right. You can't even get that. So that's the Lily of the Valley that we need. You can't get it without the double jump. So we gotta get ourselves a double jump. Here's the other one that again shows you must be able to jump at the end of that. And I can't do that yet. So it looks like we got to go back to Nama's room and then out that top. Bring us over to the rest of the plateau. Yes, I've heard that about Celeste in the videos I've seen. It's very how you sequence right in Celeste your like dashes and stuff. Yeah. Oh, gotta go back there then. Yeah, I saw you there. Yeah, so the sun, I would say better than, yeah, bouncing off of things too, yeah. The movement is like, and that's why I need that double jump. It just changes the movement up again. I hit it too soon. Oh, but I didn't lose any health because of the relic. I still get the fairy chest. That's okay. Well, that's nice. Better lucky than good, I guess. Yeah, so I need that double jump to really just sort of complete the movement. The void dash doesn't really like get you. Well, it gets you the ability to avoid. Gosh dang it! Where the heck do I need to go? Down there. Goodness. The void dash. Oh gosh dang it! Gosh dang it! Gosh dang it! Doesn't change your movement really. It just enables you to go through purple stuff, which is necessary, but it's not the same as like changing your movements. What a new Witcher 3 DLC is coming out? That what? They're making more DLC for The Witcher 3? Crazy. So fire damage, yeah, the 10-year-old game getting new DLCs, crazy. Although I think we were kind of talking the other day about how like development cycles are just like different now than they once were, because right, like plenty of games are now like they've been in development in like early access and stuff. Like Valheim, great example, great game, I like it a lot, but also it's become like Valheim isn't a game, it's almost like it's a live service thing because it's been in development for so long. Oh. Oh, dang it. A Warden Cape now. Welcome to the Far Shores, traveler. It's been a while since I've been here. Despite its history, the view is quite nice. And you can see The buried resonant rope. You can see the little flashing of yellow. So you make it to get yourself a double jump. Power of Ziffer. Yes, I would like to. And this is the first one that isn't the same name, really, like the Ziffer, like right, Tome of Aesop, right? Oh yeah, yeah. That's the main movement mechanic you need is dash then jump. Oops. Tried to spin kick him there, just mistimed it. I'd wasted my double jump early. I'm an idiot. Okay. One jump. There we go. Trying to lend you a hand. There we go. Yeah, okay, gotta adjust to having the double jump again, everybody. Dash jump. Thank you. You know, I'm pretty sure there's a cracked wall right there, too. See it? Okay, whole kingdom, da 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 da. You can't decipher whatever it is. Copy station, dozens of duplicate maps. Okay. Oh, this is one of the ones where, hey, there's nothing here. Yeah, later if I come back, there'll be a red one here. Okay. So, we know. Oh, they're both right here. So we need to just teleport back to the throne room for Nama. And because we can get here now, might as well grab these things in case I, you know, do what I've been doing and mess up. Ten more resolve, down to 105, everybody. Going down even lower. 70 health. Hey, look! The door's open. And I think when I go in, it removes them, but I don't know that it heals me first. So we're just gonna have to not get hit. Okay, they did get taken. I did get healed a little bit. That's awesome. I have a Q! I do need to remember that I have a Q, especially for this fight. Oh gosh. So unlike poison, the fire damage does not stack up to do more damage with more hits. But it does put the timer back on. Okay, all the bosses transition to another thing at half health. Hers is summoning nightmares there. Oh. Dash through those while I have the invulnerability. Need to use my Q. Oh, I thought about the Q too late. Don't know why I have such a hard time. Okay. Oh no, I was too close to the nightmare. I didn't even, I thought, yeah, darn. Thanks for trying to remind me I have a Q. I Didn't use it a single time in that fight. I don't know why. I never think to use Q, especially the night Q with the block. It's a mental block about it. I think it's because I'm always planning on not getting hit, and I just fail to react and be like, oh, I'm definitely getting hit here. Use the Q as an ability, like a dash to get out of danger. I'm gonna click that to speed it up. Super good run. I cleared a lot of space. But yeah, I have the things unlocked, so I can go back pretty quick to try fighting Nama again here. What else do we get? Let's see. Be a ranger. I don't like the bow and arrow for the Nama fight. Like even a little bit. Knights are pretty basic, like I've said. I do like barbarians because the ability here clears the screen of projectiles. Yeah, lots of things here. This, I don't even remember what it is. I think it just maybe makes it Halloween theme, but we'll find out. Okay, I can come back. If I just walk to the left, we'll go back up to the manor. Now I need, oh yeah, everything's spooky. Got the Halloween themes. Okay, so other things I could get, don't care about. First thing, oops, Magnesis rune. Don't actually, the folded rune is good later. That's my bad for clicking that, but Magnesis and a second dash. But can't wear it because I can't hold enough runes yet. So we'll go up instead and get Lifesteal rune and use that. So become AB positive and take everybody's blood. You could also come here and consider better weapons, right? I will go ahead and just start off with, let's get a leather weapon, do more damage. That gives vitality. This gives armor, so we'll get the armor first. Cape doesn't do a ton, so we'll get a little more HP. Can we afford all of it? Okay, cool. So we get that. Now we get more bonus resolve, but weirdly, because we're chunky, we only start off with 50 bonus resolve, so we only have 70, but this helps us get a little bit back by having that full set. Okay. Let's go back up to the manor. And now we can see what else could we get. This, Living Safe, another character actually. Finding tax loopholes and save on Charon's levy. So we'll get that. A percentage of gold you give to Charon is now held by this, which is just nice for long-term progression. Let's get more health, because I am dumb and get booped a lot. Let's heal more as we go in. Now we have enough levels, we can unlock the duelist, and that has the sword we already used. We're gonna not switch. What else here? Yeah, let's get more XP. And I like spreading this out, so more max weight capacity, that'll help us. Overall, more runes for sure, because we wanted that extra dash rune. Even more gold, sort of feeding the feedback loop is always good. Build the econ. This just gives us more resolve at the start. Seems good. Make the towers taller. Just more HP. I don't care about that. Anything else new? Yeah, so more magic and more health healed from health drops is actually nice. Oh, okay, chat. If you know, you know. Best class in the game. Chefs. Their chef. The boss. The big thing is, so they have a pan to start with. They can also, every class has two weapons actually, like a legendary weapon and a regular. The pan is fine. You can use it to hit back projectiles, but the spoons. A chef with spoons is the best class. I'm not going to switch though. We'll get a chef later. Sure, let's get the big brain, add a library onto the end, or a tree. It says library, but then visually it put a tree. Okay, cool. So what else? Let's just jump into the health stat. Labor costs rise with each upgrade, so sure, we'll go there. Oh, and look, there's a whole new building here, so she's here now too. Hey, stranger, thanks for saving me on the bridge. Keep there for so long, we go crazy. Doop. No, we're not out yet. Standing on these docks right here is probably the happiest she's ever been, and wants to chill. She wants to share the boat if she can. Let's talk to the living safe. Yeah, Funday. Giving all these a small percentage of it. Okay, now this whole other thing. We got this guy over here. Not sleeping, okay. This is the drift house, blah, 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 blah. Basically, he's the challenge mode guy. He falls asleep. He says some funny stuff at some points. Right, so a bunch of them are locked. Now that we've talked to this guy, right, there's things. So in Erebus, a hooded figure sits inside a cave, quietly sleeping. In the darkness, a red scar floats slowly out of his chest before settling by his side. This is literally, there's a red thing, they're called scars, in the opening room, in Erebus, in this. Yeah, so these are a whole challenge mode. We're not going to mess around with them now. The reason you do challenges is it gives you the resources for the soul shop. You also get them by beating bosses. So, max equipment level. Right now we can only have the basic equipment. We can't get higher levels, and we can't get anything else until we start with that. We can just switch between the two iron and red ether currencies. But let's go there. So weapons can be higher levels, so can runes. And now we get this, which is the max level that you can upgrade your manor to. Okay, we got more people trying to suggest that streamboo.com is cool. I don't think it is, guys. Right, and if we want to move on, we have to get some of these. So we'll deal with this stuff later. For now, I'm going to just get back in it. Right, I saved 3 gold. Hooray, hooray. Adds up eventually, though. Okay, so we can't actually interact with that unless we can find a way to stand there, which basically means you have to be a ranger or have the ranger ability. Barbarian here, so it has a couple attacks. We got a big old smash, but then you also, in the air, as long as you are still in the air, you will keep spinning. Even dash. So yeah. And you can spin kick to cancel it. Kind of funny, the little like mask there, the bag on the head. So a thing too, like a pro tip for this game, as you're doing this, if you land, right, I'm holding right, I stop, I can't move. But if I jump and I spin kick right before I land, right, no spin kick, spin kick, and then I just keep moving. So that's where mobility weapons, the good ones like this one, you can skillfully avoid the downside of the movement ability. Now here we have the blunderbuss. It's a fabled weapon. It is interesting, and I'm gonna take it because it's just cool. We just need to see all the stuff. So, always shoots twice, like that. and you can use it. Right, so this is a weapon you can use to game some of the movement ability gated things. Okay, we want to pop out here. No, here. Do that one. Okay. Lose no health. Okay. Ah, see, I hit it too soon. Oh well. Okay. So kind of what I'm doing, I got this gun here. I would like to get relics before going all the way back to Cerulean. So we'll go back to the start, run back through, look for these relic rooms. Because there's always, the heirloom rooms always are part of the procedurally generated level. And those are now, because I have the heirlooms, they are now simply... Oop, hold on, sorry. They are now simply relic rooms. So they're guaranteed relics. So let's find them. Oh. Okay, get a little more lore here. The black roots keep growing. They're everywhere now. The guards continue to cut them down, keep growing back. I swear the land is reacting to our pain. The more people we lose, the thicker the black roots seem to grow. So I've been missing our meetings at the Golden Doors. The estuaries demand the impossible. They raise our work hours and tax us incessantly, and people complain they're arrested. So many friends are gone. Jay, you have no idea what it's like over here. So we got J and Z that we're learning a lot about. Kingdoms about the powder cave, you save everyone. Let's try. Oh. Here we go. Guy wearing a little mask. Alright, Lamech, I'm an Estrian, chosen by our king. We're the pinnacle of royalty and by the king's decree. So there's a king too. Now running house, after they banished from the table. From the table! They should kill some of the scholars. Then I should be given my allotted hour to explain why. It's not my fault. They just don't spend their full hour speaking their mind. Who cares if I brought up the same argument for the last 30 meetings? I'm an estuary. I can bring it up as many times as I want. Okay, so apparently the Lamech got kicked out. Like little nya rats. So he doesn't like smarty pants, I guess. The bastion that guards the gates, the last and only required line of defense. He's puts him in a little stupor. Okay, so he's a warmonger who says, "You forget, without me you lose at war." And then they go, "But there's no war." And then he's like, "But there will be." Okay, so we know what this does. I know what this does. I'm gonna take it. So when you spin kick off people, it gives them a status called the armor break, which makes them take more damage. Oops. Oop, oop, oop. Okay. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, goodness, I am... Okay, I remember the blunderbuss being better than it's performing right now. Gosh dang it. Than I'm performing with it, I suppose I should say. Okay, after that little poor showing, let's do better on the next rooms. That's another one where you can't really reach it without double jump and or extra dashes. Hey, here we go. Finally found a relic room. You know, I like a war drum. It just base more damage, 4% per unique relic. So I have 3, so that's 12% more damage. Oh. Whoops. Oops, stupid. The knockback. Yeah, that's the... Need to regain some experience. Okay, okay, so... We only have 16% resolve left. Not very many relics you can get for that, so... Let's just do this. The Kerguelen Plateau. Get ourselves some free money. Go. Right, so now we just gotta find Nama. Don't get hit, open me, and destroy all targets. Ooh. There we go. Worried I was gonna choke on that, chat. Okay, so we don't have to find these because the door's already open, but 25 resolve. I think this one's worth it. I think it's every so often you just do more damage. Yeah. Right? Every 5 seconds you do more damage, which just seems good, right? Now I'm just checking for Nama's room. It's not here. Because Nama's room literally cannot have an entrance from the right. So it has to be, it can be bottom, top, left. I don't believe it can ever have. Okay, fine. We'll do it your way. Okay, so I could do that. It just double casts spells, I think. But it's not super important. Huh. Look at that. It doesn't have marked that there's an exit at the top. That's really weird, right, chat? But there's definitely an exit there. Oh, no, it's not an exit. I'm an idiot. I made assumptions. That's what you get. Okay. The leap attack on those warg dudes makes them a little scary. Okay, gotta be down and then over. Oh, I wasn't reloaded. My success has been my undoing. My brother, so Nama is a brother of Lamech and Enoch. So Nama's a son, or excuse me, a daughter of Cain. Yeah, super weirdo dip, except I was just wrong. Darn. Okay, give her a medal, clean out wounds, mourn the bodies of the young, for they bore no children. Wow. Wow. That's not why. Okay, so this, I believe, actually gives you more resolve, but spikes do more, hazards, spikes, and chain balls and all that do more damage to you. Yeah, 60% more damage. So, now I'm back up to max health, and I could even afford another relic. Jay says that Z has a gift. Stop wasting your talents, trying to me, blah blah. Okay, in the Citadel, you don't have to suffer. We'll take 100 soldiers plus a miracle. Well, I already stopped them, guys, so don't know what you're saying. Enoch is the righteous descendant of Cain. Lamech is like Enoch's grandson. Enoch is the good egg in Cain's family. Yeah, and wasn't the Book of Enoch? That's like one of the Dead Sea. One of the things they found that like some people are like, nah, that's fake. That's not. Enoch is in. Is what? Okay. Oh. Gosh dang it. Okay, we have room for another relic now. Oh, have to get it. Have to get it. Like, I got this relic when it put me to 44%. Enoch has a book. I thought it was in the Bible. Checking might be a Mormon. I don't believe the Book of Enoch is in the Bible. I think, and I'm not sure if it's a Mormon one. 'Cause I thought Mormon it was Book of Mormon, obviously, and then Abraham, Isaac, or yeah, Isaiah, something. One of those, I think. Where the heck? Oh, is it left and down? Okay, anyway, so boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Okay. Book of Enoch is OG and canon in Judaism? Oh, okay. I don't know what I was mixing it up with then. Left and left. Oh. You expect the enemy to be dead and they just won't die. Oh. That was rude. Okay. I like this. So that is the Bard, a class we haven't gotten yet. Instead of this, it kind of does the same thing, except it doesn't do large, just mid, but then it leaves behind things that damage enemies, and you can spin kick off of them. Okay. Oh, come on. I'm gonna die before getting to Nama now. Okay. Well, gotta be left and down anyways. I don't care that much about the gold right now. I want to find the boss. Here's the boss. Okay, nothing, no easy to break things over there, but going in I will regain like 20 or 40%, which isn't all, but it's some. You know, the room above seemed like it just had obstacles. Yeah. Fortunately, those things are unbreakable. Oh goodness, I almost messed that up. I barely double jumped in time. Sanguine helmet. I know I like that one. Sanguine, obviously blood related. It heals you. If you have enough of that item set equipped. Okay. Oh, you know what I could do? I can do this. Don't forget Q and E. Thank you, thank you. The E in Nama here never going to be useful, right? Because it's that. I mean, I guess I could theoretically, but not gonna be easy to have it come up. Fish and Dry Lake I already took, but entrance to Axis Mundi I can go heal off of stuff. No, I already gathered them. Let's do it then. Gonna be at like 2/3-ish health, I want to guess, slash approximate. Oh, a little more than that, 3/4 plus. Oh gosh, almost. Oh gosh, dang it. There we go. This spell did come in way more handy than I thought. I realized halfway through the fight the Q doesn't work on her projectiles, so I never used it, as those are large. She doesn't shoot any mediums. Alright, 3 down. There's the Nameless Knight. Never said Nama as an estuary. She was one of the good ones. Everyone's an exception. Excuse me. Okay, so now we have to go. Oh, hey, that can go back, but that I knew was right next to it. Oh yeah, because there's no value to going back because we already beat the boss. I guess we could have gone back to try to get more heals. But now we have our double jump, so we have had it for a while. So we can access the Stygian Study, or just the Styg, as I like to call it. The mechanic in this region is this, where those glowy things, anyone that's on the screen is linked. It'll stay there until you jump again. So there's some puzzles that you can solve by just finding a way to spin kick and dash instead of jumping. Oh, and there's spike floors. Classic spike trap rules. You touch it, and then if preset amount of time later, it pops and kills you. It doesn't kill you, guaranteed, but it hits you. Doomvoss right there. That's an enemy that can sneak up on you if you don't know about it. They'll stay there until you either walk into them. And then there's these background ones. That's not really a Doomvoss, right? But it looks like one. So the Doomvosses can be hard to track down. Another thing we have to know, this region, this biome, whatever we want to call it, has the... Oh, hello. I don't recall ever seeing this. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to get through there. Oh, it's a puzzle. So I've already ruined it by hitting that door. I am pretty sure we need to find. We'd have to come in from this other side, which it doesn't look like we could easily do. Anyway, so the other mechanic in this region is there are 2 mini bosses you have to defeat before you can fight the estuary, which in this region is Enoch. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I get caught reloading and embarrassing. So the mini bosses, there's always one to the left. Like the farthest left you can go. There's like a secret to the far right, and then the other mini boss is always just vaguely somewhere in the middle. It is. This is another boss that, for whatever reason, I feel like it should be easier, and I just struggle against it a lot. Oh, gosh dang it. I was caught in the animation. Am I even going to make it to this mini-boss? Jeez. Oh, there's a secret up there, but I can't reach it with only one jump, or one extra jump. Okay, so I'm at no health. But let's go ahead and lose to these guys real quick. Oh, see, right there. Yep, already just too many things on screen. And yeah, poor Lady Katie. So not a bad run, especially because I grabbed the blunderbuss for fun. And it's another one where you can catch yourself locked out of moving, and if you shoot while on the ground, you have to wait for the second shot to finish before you can move. And yeah, that got me. Still, took down a boss. It feels pretty good. Okay, so we could be a knight. New spell. That just is literally has that sepia tone filter on everything. Charismatic, I think stuff costs less to buy. But I'm going to go ahead and play as a mage, because the rank 0 shows us what these two spells are, even though I already know how they work. And again, the mage sort of mechanic is every attack applies the mana leech, which refills so you can be using your spells all the time. Let's go ahead to Boxers, an interesting class you can use. They are one that stops their own movement when they hit guys, so it can be tricky. Not gonna swap. What do we like here? Let's be able to carry more stuff and have more resolve, more gold gain. We're a mage. Let's have more intelligence here. We can get a little story. Blacksmith, he's always been a blacksmith. Cool. Yeah, he's often surprisingly deep, this blacksmith. You buying something or what? No, because I'm out of money. So the mage attack, little fireball, then that is an AoE explosion. And that represents the mana coming back. So you can keep this going for kind of a long time off of the back of having that mana leech up. Hits also regains bursts of mana. Yeah. Okay, we'll worry about those later. Now, let's go back in. Okay, so next region we need to beat is the Styge. We'll start by looking for relics and the entrance to the Styge in Agartha here. Sneaky little room. So that spell technically gives everybody on screen all the status effects, or it's not on screen, it's actually, I missed that guy. It was everybody in a very large circle radius. Go, little relic. Ooh, okay. Trials are hard, but we're gonna try them. I forget what this one's even is, but I think if you take a hit, you die. Until purified, any hit taken is fatal. Defeat 15 enemies to purify it to get more meta progression resource. So, don't get hit or I die. Gotta kill. How many did it say? 15. Okay. One, you can see it in the bottom. Oh no, is it hidden behind me? It's hidden behind me. I have my relics hidden. Let's see. Let's do this just real quick. Scoop myself up. There you go. Now you can see my relics, chat. So he goes. Not even gonna try this for fear of a mistake ending the run early. Definitely not doing that. Okay. Five more. There we go. Purified the relic. Now I won't die, so I can play a little more aggressively again. Oh, this one's interesting with the spell I have. I can do this to stop my momentum. Okay, already beat Lamech, so now I just this. Okay, we found the Styge. Oh, thanks, Insanity. The I assume you mean the using the spell, the Lucian Beam, to like stop your momentum. Yeah, I'd say it's weird that like stuff like that I can do, and then without having done it in a long time. But then it's like, yeah, but I just can't use the Knight class's shield ever. I'm just have a mental block about it. There we go. Found the other relic room. Soul Tether is really good. This one is... Oh, this one's less good. Because this, I believe when you're on the ground, you deal more damage. And this is, every so often, you just deal a bunch of damage in an area. Every 5 seconds, your next weapon attack deals 150% bonus magic damage to all nearby enemies. Yeah. Okay, I have enough for more relics. I could get more relics in Stidge, though, but also I could, for free, kind of drop down and check this area out. Yeah, that does so much damage. Especially because I'm a wizard, so, or a mage, so the intelligence is already high. Gosh dang it, what am I doing? So I just thought I could make that jump and yeah, didn't pause to think about the timing. Okay, so whoops. Other way. Oh, barely didn't get hit by those. Okay, so I think I'm going to do this to get another relic. Where the eyeball aimed at me while I was in transit. That's, no, I guess. Oh gosh. There we go. I feel like I want more max health here. It's a little greedy, but I honestly forget what that. Oh, this is for every enemy you've killed without getting hit. I think you do more damage. But this is just better. Such a good relic. 12% more damage versus something conditional. We'll take the 12% and then go to the Stidge. Try to find and beat some mini-bosses. The one I'd found, the Gong Head twins, though, those are definitely the harder boss. Okay. The other mini-boss, Murmur, is basically just like avoid getting hit sort of stage. Care about getting that money right now. Ooh. This is good. This is real good. So this is just a super strong spell. But I have been really enjoying this one. Taking it still. You can't hit yourself with it, but it also hits super hard. Let's see. Just delete some. Oh, but I can't get to Murmur till I have the Void Dash, so I do need to do that. Oops. No, thank you. Is that a dead end? Nope, it keeps going. I had a little void attack. And I could get that bag, but I don't want to risk it. I'm too low on health. Okay, here's one of the mini bosses. This is Murmur's room. But you can't get to it until you can void dash through those. Forgot that they shoot this region's version shoots projectiles. Good thing I found the special room. Here we go, Palace of the Void. This is the last, like, key movement ability. Whoa, gosh dang it. Just double jump that one. Oh, you can dash so much farther now. Gosh, dang it. Oops. Thought I could make it. Hooray! Ta-da! Now I can do the sun tower. I now also have, I could do murmur. And thus could potentially get to Enoch. Power of the Void. Okay. So we shall now see how Murmur, very much built different. Probably hear the literal murmurs going on. Pretty creepy. Jay's memory of 4, condemn the archives, gather what you can, barricade in the hallways. The scholars are now lost. Wait, was Lamech right? He seemed like an evil warmonger guy. Chest. Okay, here's where Murmur really starts. That was the warm-up, the intro. Right, so now see how you have to... Oh. I do not have great reaction time on some of that because I'm busy looking at all the projectiles, not at the ground. Oh, into the black root I hadn't cleared. Gosh dang it. Okay. Did you see Murmur? Oh, you can see how much of Murmur's health that did. Oh, oh, hello. That'll get him. See, Murmur easy. Do. That picture fills in. And we gotta get the gong heads on the left in order to be able to access Enoch. Gotta get back to there. Gosh dang, I tried to slide under it too late. There we go. Don't care too much for that. Here we go. This is a great relic room. Oh, this has... There's like... There's a secret behind one of the barrels, maybe? Oh, here we go. Right? Haha, it's not about paint drying. Haha, it's his personal journal. Tree sort of born, fruit. Right, so they're looking at what the heck. We won fruit off of a tree. Remains barren. Esri Ira doesn't share the cynicism. Laura to fault doesn't care about the king. Yeah, so there's one of these that like I want to say it's a barrel. There we go. But again, this is another one of those rooms that I've gone to other ones in like Cerulean. You can't. There's a red. There will someday be like a red interactable, one of the scar things. Okay, I think I need a heal. I really wish I could increase max HP again, but. I don't need a second soul tether because it reduces the time and increases the damage, so it's so much more damage. But 45 is a lot right now. 15 I could maybe do, but I think all this does is make it so you just gain XP instead of gold. And I don't know, we need both right now for level up purposes. This is a lore room though, so none of those things ever hold stuff that matters. Okay, this is an interesting berry room, right? Go here, and then you got a spin kick. Because if you hit jump, that'll reset, and when you fall down, it'll block you out. See? There we go. Do. Okay, yeah, I think we just... Okay, there's a way out to the left, it looks like on the map. Okay, see those Doomvasses there? That's a mimic. If they don't have a little bit of shine to them, they're mimics. I need more jumps. Okay. So this is a great fight for the Q I have because wow, that like froze her for a second. Ooh, that weird delay it's putting on him is... Gosh dang it. He's dead. There we go. You know, I normally, in other runs I've done, even like the game where I got to New Game Plus and those things I've run through multiple times, is I often take like 7 attempts at the gong heads to beat them. I don't know why. Entrance is unsealed, but we haven't found it yet. It could be up here. It's always one of the highest rooms, so it could also be over here. So we have several options. Probably should have just teleported back, huh? Right, open this one. No, 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 no. I saw that circle and I thought I could cut it, and I couldn't. Darn. Good run, though. Alrighty, so I think I got one more run in me here before I'm gonna have to go get some food. Pretty basic boxer, or I like getting these question marks filled in. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I think this is actually a really good one. That's why I don't have a bonus to gold, because it makes it to where just the center is your hitbox. So like already I've shown how the head isn't really the hitbox. Yeah, it shrinks it even further. Yeah, let's just go ahead and... I like having this to where I heal before bosses guaranteed. And sure. See that now though I look like this. Chef's thing is that they always... It's basically they always have the sun relic for free. That's why they're so good, really. This attack, you can't really show it here, but it does hit stuff back. And their ability is just a heal that refills when you pick up food or potions. Yeah, buy something. Not going to. Okay. Have all none of my gold. I want to hit this guy's same like slow fireball, and then your attacks crit after you've hit something back. Yeah. Do this. Okay. This is really good. Whenever you hit somebody, a little blue electric thing goes around you, dealing damage. It's not just damage, I guess. Technically, it's you have to hit them with your weapon. Hands won't start shaking. Feels alive. A rat. Trifling secrets. Reveal everything about a secret rebellion. Oh no! Past our spies. None that matters. War's coming on the only estuary that knows of it. Hooray! Hooray! Alright, so he knows there's a rebellion, but he's not going to tell any. Oh gosh, dang it! If I wasn't too busy talking, I would have not failed and dropped down and hit that guy's fireballs back at him. Does let me go cute. Heal. Oh, and I'm overcharged on mana. That's the other ability I have. To where I take more damage whilst over mana'd, but there we go. Oh, I was too low. Oh, that guy's shielding him. Whoops. There we go. Now the other guys aren't invulnerable. More people, Jay. People like us living down here. There's an heirloom in the citadel that grants people amazing powers. Power that lets you dash through the air just like you're flying. So this is like if you were really bad at the game, you would get told that there's an heirloom that exists instead of just finding it before you encountered enough different journals. Because there's always like one journal per run, per biome, right? And it always just gives you the next one for that zone. Gotta go back for that gold. Okay. Okay. Don't have anything else to teleport to, but we could go down from here, so let's do that. Follow the map out. Do 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 do. My eye before going down. Here we go. Okay, well, I guess we'll touch fish in dry lake. Old. about this relic. Okay, so this small amount of resolve, but it doubles damage that you give and take. So we're gonna try it, guys. I think this is one that's easy with Void Dash and a double jump to save your bacon. So that goes. Okay, we'll pick up another relic on the way, possibly. Oh. Just kill. Little delay, I guess. The void things are much easier obstacles. Interesting. Okay. Enoch fight time. We'll get healed. This boss puts lots of projectiles on the screen, but luckily having the little I'm a tiny heart thing is oh, did not react quick enough to do dash. Already got him to half. Now he always has those void balls hanging out by him. This thing you have to time a dash. Ah! No! Dang it.
yeah, so that's Enoch. Puts lots of projectiles on there. Chefs are good if I ever get the spoon with a chef. It's GG's for everybody, especially Irad, that estuary. Haven't seen him yet, but we'll get there. I think, though, 3.5 hours seems a good stream. I need to get some lunch. I'm pretty hungry, so thanks for hanging out, everybody. Make sure you follow so you know when I go live again. I plan on playing some more of the Long Dark Thursday again, all the way through Saturday. So have a good one, everybody, and I will see you at the next one.